This is the most exciting news I've ever seen. If you're not already aware of this insanely dramatic and absurd 4-year-long scheme against the publishing industry, let me tell you. So this is all detailed in the Vulture article, The Spine Collector, which is very long, so I'm going to do a little summary here. But basically, for the past couple of years, this mysterious figure has been targeting everybody in publishing to get their hands on manuscripts before their release. So it all began in March of 2017, before the release of Stieg Larsson's latest installment in the Millennium series. The publisher and agent in Sweden got emails from the French translator asking for another link to the manuscript, which was password protected because it was like the biggest event of the year. When they called the French translator to ask what was going on, she was like, "What are you talking about?" Turns out somebody was impersonating her using very subtle differences in an email address, and the very same day also looked for Louise Erdrich's new novel and Brian Washington's new story collection. This person was working across countries, time zones, and languages, and targeting people around the world 24/7, but with no clear motive. They weren't selling any manuscripts, they weren't pirating them, they just wanted to read the books early. So as years passed, the thief begins exhibiting more bold, bizarre behavior. They target Sally Rooney's novels, but they're also asking for manuscripts of unpublished, obscure authors. The New York Times looked into this and found nothing, and the FBI was even called to question, but they didn't care at all. This led to a widespread paranoia across the publishing world because privacy is all you have, and people began to suspect one another. What was so perplexing about this thief is that they knew everything about the publishing world, all the lingo, all the gossip, literally everything that was happening. They switched flawlessly between American and British English, but apparently they were quite bad at Hebrew and Korean. Their favorite emoticon was the winky face. So by 2019, the thief had stolen dozens of manuscripts, though it's impossible to know the real number. Before the release of Margaret Atwood's The Testaments, the thief kind of went wild and emailed everybody, even those that had no relation with the book. This freaked out the agency so much that they actually decided not to share the final manuscript before the book's domestic release, potentially derailing its foreign release. So anyway, now it's 2020, COVID happened, and the thief is still going strong. Chatting with everybody, making report, still stealing books for no reason. Then they get menacing and they start to blackmail and threaten. When a Swedish editor refused to send the thief the manuscript, this is what they replied. Charming. And this part just always makes me laugh when the author of this article got in contact with the thief and actually managed to ask if they could meet up. The thief responded, "I will let you read the response for yourself." Anyway, after years of investigation, there was still no answer and no clear motive. Until yesterday. Filippo Bernardini, I have a lot of questions for you.